Emmanuel and Jee met by chance during an interschool debate in Lagos. He was representing his all-boys boarding school from Ogun State. She, a confident student from a mixed-day school in Surulere. He admired her boldness on stage, how she spoke like she owned the microphone. She noticed how calm and intelligent he looked when it was his turn to speak. When the event ended, Jee walked up to him and said, "You talk like someone who reads plenty novels." Emmanuel laughed and replied, "Only the ones with people like you in them." From that playful exchange, a friendship began. They started exchanging letters, real handwritten letters, whenever Emmanuel returned home on holidays. Each one filled with jokes, stories, and dreams of the future. Every time Emmanuel's school went on midterm break, he would visit Jee's area. They'd buy Puff Puff and Suya, sit under the mango tree beside her street, and talk till the streetlights came on. They were just teenagers, but something about their connection felt older, deeper. By SS3, everyone around them knew there was love there. Quiet, respectful, and pure. On the night before Emmanuel left for university, Jee whispered, "Promise me you won't forget me." He smiled, touched her hand gently, and said, "Even if I try, my heart won't allow it." Neither of them knew that time and distance were about to test that promise. University life came with freedom and new distractions. Emmanuel went off to study in the East, while Jee stayed in Lagos, attending a polytechnic nearby. The distance between them stretched like the gap between two different worlds. At first, they handled it well. Calls every night, sweet text messages, and little voice notes that ended with, "I miss you, my person." But soon, Emmanuel got busier with schoolwork, campus activities, and new friends. Jee started feeling neglected. Whenever she posted pictures with male classmates, Emmanuel's heart would tighten. "Who's that guy beside you?" he'd ask. "Emmy, he's just my friend," she'd say, frustrated. Their love turned into a battlefield of insecurities. Emmanuel wanted reassurance. Jee wanted space. They'd argue, then apologize, make up, then fight again. The breaking point came when Emmanuel forgot Jee's birthday during exams. She didn't talk to him for days. When he finally called, she didn't pick up. The silence grew louder with every passing day. What they once called love was now becoming a test of patience neither had studied for. Months went by, and though they still texted, it wasn't the same. Jee had new friends who made her laugh. Emmanuel, meanwhile, had found comfort in a girl from his class who understood his academic struggles. One night, Jee saw a picture of Emmanuel with that girl, laughing, holding a book together. Something in her chest broke. She didn't wait for explanations. "You've changed," she texted. "Maybe we should take a break." Emmanuel tried to reason with her, but she was firm. "I just need space." The space turned into silence. Days became weeks and they stopped calling. Emmanuel poured himself into his studies. Jee focused on her design work and church activities. But deep down, neither was truly over the other. Then one night, Emmanuel's message came in. "Jee, I still care, even if we don't talk. I just hope you're okay." She didn't reply, but she cried herself to sleep, clutching her phone to her chest. Love was still alive. It was just buried under pride. Fate has a funny way of bringing people back together. Months later, Jee's younger brother fell sick and was rushed to the hospital. The blood bank needed donors urgently. Out of desperation, Jee posted online asking for help. Emmanuel saw it. Without a second thought, he left school, took a night bus to Lagos, and showed up at the hospital the next morning. When Jee saw him, she froze. "Emmy, I came as soon as I saw your post," he said. He donated blood and waited outside till her brother was stable. Jee couldn't believe it. The same man she thought had moved on dropped everything just to help her family. That night, she sent him a message. "Thank you. I didn't expect you'd come." He replied, "You don't stop caring about people who mean something." Something in her heart shifted that day, not back to romance, but back to peace. A few weeks later, Jee asked Emmanuel to meet her at the small restaurant near Surulere where they used to hang out. The moment they sat down, it felt like time hadn't passed at all. They talked, really talked. No shouting, no blame. Just honesty. Jessie admitted she had been quick to assume. Emmanuel confessed he'd been too controlling. I used to think love was about always being right, Emmanuel said softly. And I thought love meant you should never feel jealous, Jessie added. They laughed at themselves, realizing how young and impatient they had been. The silence that once separated them was now filled with understanding. When they parted ways that evening, Jessie said, "Even if we don't get back together, I'll always be grateful for the way you cared." Emmanuel smiled, replying, "Maybe real love isn't about how long it lasts, but how much it teaches us." Months later, Emmanuel graduated and returned to Lagos for his NYSC. Jessie attended his passing out parade with a quiet smile. The crowd cheered, but all Emmanuel saw was her. The girl who had grown beside his heart through years of distance and pain. They started talking again. Slowly, gently. No pressure, no expectations. Just friendship rebuilt on mutual respect. One night, Emmanuel texted, "Do you think people who break can still love again?" Jessie replied, "Yes, but only when they've learned patience." That night, Emmanuel knew they'd found their way back. Not as kids clinging to feelings, but as adults choosing peace. Lightbulb final life lesson. True love is not proven by constant closeness, but by consistent care, even through silence, distance, and time. Patience is what turns young love into lasting love.